Hey, my name is Sarah Morrison, and this is a video about not having to be all glamorous to be a coach. Just kidding. This is a video about Clean Week invites, and I just happen to not be all glamorous right now because I'm about to work out. But I love running Clean Weeks. I love the Clean Week program because it's a short, doable program that people can get a quick win in, which can really jumpstart them to big changes in their life. It also allows them to get to test you out as a coach, test out Shakeology, test out the whole idea of this online group thing. I always say it's a small investment, a moderate commitment that could offer big results, just to kind of help people get their mind around it faster. But I really believe that what we do as coaches, especially in challenge groups, Shakeology, all that stuff, is one of the top ways to get healthy. I think there's a lot of ways to get healthy. You don't have to all do it the same way, but this is definitely one of the top three. And so Clean Week is the perfect way for people to kind of get rolling with that. Personally, I've been doing Clean Weeks before they were even Clean Weeks. 5-day clean eating challenges. That's what I used to do back in the day. And then we did Shakeology sampler parties. But I've always been running some kind of short group since I started coaching more actively in about 2012. So my system has generally been on the third Monday of the month, we start a Clean Week. And then I usually have a longer group planned 2 weeks from when that Clean Week started, so that hopefully people finish the Clean Week and are like, I'm in, let's keep going. And they're able to order a challenge pack or more Shakeology and then be in this longer group. So I would say that that's pretty much the case at least 50% of the time, and that's me making the statistic a little bit lower. Okay, so let's talk about some things you need to know when getting ready to do a Clean Week. Reach out to your sponsor if you have an active sponsor. Maybe they want to run one with you, but you're totally capable of running one on your own. Beachbody created the actual program Clean Week because they heard of so many coaches basically doing this shorter kind of group where people don't have to buy a whole month supply of Shakeology, especially if they've never tried it. And so they were like, oh, okay, we can make something for this. And Clean Week is really designed to help people transition into a healthier way of life. I think they say, like, if you can do it for a week, you start to believe you can do it for a lifetime. There's workouts that go with it now. There's an actual kit with a food guide. Like, all this stuff is in your Beachbody On Demand, so familiarize yourself with it. Logistics. Say you pick a start date for Clean Week, and who knows, I'm just going to pick a date. Okay, so the next Monday coming up, I should really know what date it is. Okay, it's going to be April 23rd, tomorrow when I'm shooting this. So you might be watching this way in the future. So say I want to start a Clean Week really soon. April 30th would be the next Monday. I don't always have to start on Monday. I just find it easier. But I can't make that happen because I have no time to invite. You have to remember that people need at least a week from when they order to get their kit and get ready to go. So I'd have to be like, okay, well, April 30th can't work. I guess I'll push it to May 7th. And that would give me this whole week from April 23rd to April 30th to invite to Clean Week. People would need to have their order in by April 30th. Now, there are some times when people might order a day late or 2 days late. And I'll just say, like, hey, your kit might not exactly be there, but you can totally do this. Like, it's not so black or white. Like, you can have some gray area, but make sure you're thinking through, like, do I have enough time to invite for them to order? You don't want to feel rushed, and people don't want to feel rushed. So think about that, so you can prevent that. All right, so what do invitations look like? So there's so many different things you can do, and I have a few different examples. So sending someone an invitation, let me just share my screen. I have some things that I want to show you. Okay, first of all, I have just like a draft email that I keep in my Gmail. And, during my last Clean Week, which I'm on the last day right now when I'm currently shooting this video, I had these two women that were a go, but then they never ended up ordering. And I was like, hey, sometimes life just doesn't go as we plan and things don't happen, but we want to do them. No big deal. I'm guessing that's what happened for you. Would you like me to follow up with you when I do it again in May? And they were like, yes. So I have them here on the list, and I will reach out to them when I'm getting ready to be inviting more consistently to my May Clean Week. So keep a list. And if you are brand new starting this, like, maybe, what I tell my new coaches? I say, I want you to make a list of, if you want to have 2 people in the Clean Week, I want you to make a list of 20 people you can invite. If you want to have 3 people, make a list of 30. Because I mean, a good statistic is to say for every 10 people you invite, 1 person will do it. It could very often be higher at that, depending on your relationship with people. But keep this in mind too. Nothing you do in this business is ever a waste. Say you invite 10 people and 1 person says yes, those other 9 people, you have now put what you're doing on their radar. They're going to be more curious. They're going to pay more attention. And a lot of times people say no because they are not ready to commit to their health. That scares them. People don't want to do things where they feel like they could fail. Okay? We avoid things where we think we might fail. Health is a huge thing that people avoid because so many people are scared that they'll fail. So you got to remember that, like, it's not just an easy yes. You know, for us it is, like, why wouldn't you do it? But many people are not there yet. So those 9 other people, I guarantee you 8 of them will end up doing something with you in the future if you stay consistent and you just stay positive and you remember not to take no's personally. It is something that's going on with them. What you're offering them is amazing. You know, you're not offering them something crappy. You're offering them something amazing. They just might not be ready for it yet. So please remember that what you do, you know, you might invite 50 people and get 5. That's awesome. But you've also ignited something in 45 other people. So that's good. Okay. So let me go back to sharing my screen. So say I wanted to invite someone. Here's an example. I wanted to pull up some conversations so you understand that it is a relationship that you are building. It's going to give the person better results. It's going to give the person more confidence in you. It's going to give them the motivation to actually show up. We're not just trying to jump right to here's my link, let's do this. So this is a woman I reached out to who I thought of. Good morning, Christy. I hope you don't mind the message, but I thought of you this morning as I was working on a nutrition group. I have starting this coming Monday. I know preventative healthcare with nutrition and fitness is a huge priority to you. And you like Shakeology and have had some questions about it still. Anyways, this group I am starting on Monday is called a Clean Week. We focus on eating clean for 7 straight days and really learn more about the power of food, have an easy step-by-step recipes guide, and get workouts in for 30 minutes a day, drink your water, and have a Shakeology daily. You'd be able to try more flavors and see how you like it when used consistently, but thought you'd actually enjoy the whole challenge. So I wanted to reach out to you and invite you. Is that something you would ever be interested in doing, Christy? I accidentally sent that message twice. She said, yes, I would be interested in what is the cost for something like that. People might ask for cost right away. So don't just be like $30. You know, give a little bit more, have a personal connection. Don't just be robotic. Yeah, I kind of blew up your inbox. The cost is $30, which covers 7 Shakeology packets, a clean eating recipe guide, and workouts. The value of Clean Week is insane. So I don't just want to say $30 because I want them to realize everything they're getting. So tell people that. Do you want me to send you a breakdown of the whole program so you can get a good feel for it, Christy? Yes, that sounds great. By the way, I use people's names a lot because people like hearing their name. It makes it feel like it's a personal thing and that you're really considering them, which I am. So use people's names and you can. Now, in this part of the message, I always generally copy and paste. Okay? I'm not copying and pasting the other stuff, but I am trying to have some back and forth conversation. But I just break down the details of the program and, you know, personalize anything in here that might be needed for them, have their name. And then I also say, hey, I'd love to hop on the phone for 10 minutes or so with clients before they take on the challenge if they want to. Usually we just talk about some of the obstacles that have thrown you before and how to work around them. It's fun. It has been helpful for many. I've just started doing this and I like it. Sounds great. Is this challenge open to men as well? I bet Scott would be interested too, her husband. Totally. It will be mainly women in the group, but if he doesn't mind, we'd love to have him. Would you like me to send you the link to get your Clean Week kit? I still ask because I want them to kind of realize what's coming next. Okay, now I expect you to order it. Sure, thanks, and he won't mind. Great, sounds like my husband. He's pretty much good in any crowd, but this will be so much easier and more fun if you two do it together. You know, I could have just sent her the just forward your part, which, by the way, I basically copy and paste this too and add in like, so excited to work with you and Scott. Like, make it personal, but you can save yourself some time in these. But I added a sentence here because this is about people. And so like you need to give the little extra, like a friendship. So then I sent that and you know, sounds good. I'm excited. I've actually been wanting to try clean evening. I think she meant eating for a while now. And yes, getting Scott on board will make it easier. Oh, how perfect. I'm glad I got hit with that thought that I should invite Christy. Okay, we start Monday, added you to the group. Feel free to add Scott too. Okay, ordered my kit. Boom, 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 boom. So that was an example of me reaching out to someone. Okay, so let me give you another example of doing a post on your page. And I've had a lot of success with these, and I generally always do a post about a clean week. So I wanted to show you a few different things that I've done recently. Okay, so I did this. It did not get a lot of attention. There were some amazing results from my last clean week, but I don't know, like sometimes you just have to realize that like this didn't catch people's eyes. So I learned from it. Okay, even though this was awesome and people read some of these things, lost 7 pounds in a clean week, lost 5 pounds, lost 3 pounds, like it's amazing stuff, but it just didn't catch it. And with social media, you have to kind of like work with what's going to get people's attention. Okay, so, oh, you know what? This is what I need. Okay. These ones, I just show a picture of my groceries and it like always gets people's attention. A real picture from a real grocery trip this week. There's a lot of real food there. Food that your body needs to function how it was meant to. For me, learning how food affects my body helped me make big positive changes in what I buy at the grocery store. Bonus, it made it simple too. I'm teaching you what you need to know in a special 7-day group that starts April 16th. You'll get healthy recipes, motivation to prep at least 24 hours in advance, cliff notes to simple nutrition that will last your lifetime. If you want to feel like you're eating to live instead of living to eat, this is for you. You'll definitely lose weight in inches. The average person loses 3.5 pounds, but you'll end the week feeling in control. Message, like, or comment if you want the details to see if that's a fit for you. Only 3 spots left. I feel like people like keep seeing this post because people will keep commenting, and that got me some new people this time, which was great. Let me show you a couple other ones. You know, I think I shared this. This is one of the recipes you'll have in my 7-day clean eating challenge. This one was one of my favorites. It didn't get a ton. Oh, you know what? I shared this on another page, but this was a picture I used of my kids after grocery shopping. And I have one more. So usually I try to show food. People can get very overwhelmed by food. Oh, this was a big one too. I just had them all out. Once I understood the difference between healthy food and unhealthy food, grocery shopping became a lot easier. So if you want a sample grocery list of real foods and a week of lessons on what to create out of this food that you actually enjoy, let's connect. I've got a healthy, powered 7-day group starting, deadline to join us tonight. So lots of people on that one as well. And talk about what it, like, think about what clean eating has done for you. Use examples from your life. Using my words is not going to help you, you know? So really for me, like, I had to learn about food and that changed so much. So like, what could you say? Okay, there's one other one that I want to show you. Just another fun idea, because sometimes I'm like, I got to change it up. What could I do differently to invite instead of always showing a picture of my groceries? So this last time I made a fun video. I used an app, because I know you want to know, called Video Shop. It's free. Video Shop. Yep. And you could use iMovie easily too, but I just took quick little video clips of me at the supermarket that I thought was kind of fun and maybe eye-catching. I could have put music to this. That would have made it maybe even more fun. And then I just wrote, do you want to eat better but haven't gotten to stick yet? Or do you just get overwhelmed by it all? Maybe you aren't in the habit of prepping yet. Take a deep breath. You can do it. Maybe you just need a week-long tutorial what real food is, how to shop for it, make meals from it, and most importantly, how it affects every part of your life for better or worse. Once you know better, you do better. I'm going to teach you while keeping it fun and simple starting April 16th. It's a week of clean eating and empowerment. You will definitely lose weight. Very small investment that goes directly to your nutrition. moderate commitment, fits any schedule, location, big results, space limited, da, da, da. Cool. So those are some different ways on my page that I have invited to this. And I was going to show you one more conversation, because here's with conversations, it's very important that you are taking the time to build a relationship and not, it's a people business. You have to care about people more than you care about making a sale or making money. You can care about that stuff a lot, but you have to care about people always a little bit more. If you don't, coaching will be very difficult for you and not very fun. So I've been very successful in this business financially as well, but I've always just been more focused on, am I helping the people I said I was going to help? And that's what you got to do to coach. Okay. One last conversation. I hope this is helpful. So this is a girl, Kristen. I talked to her like back in 2015. Our conversation fell off. She commented on one of my posts that I just showed you, tagged one of her friends. And I reached out and said, hey, thanks for recommending Bree. I'll reach out to her. How are you? No problem. Doing good. How are you? I meant to ask you what the details were for this next Clean Week group. Oh, great. Okay. You know, a little bit of just, I'm over the snow, but hey, first world problems, have real conversation. Oh yes, the next Clean Week group. I love these groups. It is 7 days of motivation, fun, empowerment, and momentum. The women who do these groups lose pounds and inches, but the best part is more about finding a healthier version you can live with and keep going with. Is it something you're thinking about? Is there something you'd love to get better with at your nutrition, Kristen? I want to know, because I want to know that this is going to help them. Yeah, I was thinking about it, depending on cost. I think my biggest challenges right now are snacking on the weekends. She's doing awesome right now on the weekend, by the way. I'm pretty good at being disciplined and consistent during the week. So I relate to that. I struggle with the weekends too. So I get it. I said, oh, that's frustrating. I've been there so many times. It really was one of my biggest hurdles that I've gotten over. Not perfect, but a lot better. I love that you have it together for most of the week. It's clear you know what to do, because it is. You know what honestly helped me was learning more about the body and how some of the fake foods affect it. It helped me get more willpower, especially on the weekends. This group offers a lot of education. The cost is very low for the value. I think it could help push you over the hump, at least improve. Would you like me to send you the details to see if it's a good fit? P.S. What are you doing this weekend? Kind of thing. Yes, I love the details. It's more being out of her normal routine, da, da, da. A little bit of conversation about that, and then I'm going to send the details. She's in. Her husband wants to do it too. Awesome. This will be a great kick at the packs. Actually, your pants will feel better, and you'll kick even higher. Ha, ha, ha. There's the link. And then we've been having conversations back and forth since. And it's nice. Like, we chatted back in 2015, and she's lost like a bunch of weight on her own and stuff like that, which is amazing. But from what she's told me in conversations, she also wants to get rid of having to calorie count and like think about that stuff, because that's what's helped her kind of lose weight, but like she's not loving it. So I'm like, I get it. I don't love that either. Like, I want you to just understand real food and be able to move away from that. So it's been, the education videos that I kind of share in my groups. You don't have to do that, but I share like, hey, here's something I learned. Like, anything personal you can add to your groups is great. Beachbody gives us a great kit with a guide that we can share those posts, and we use that. I use that in my groups, but then I also jump in there and offer personal tips about things that I've learned, or foods you could swap out for other ones, or, why this is what I call a real food and why this is a fake food. So stuff like that I've just added to my groups over the years. So that is some stuff about inviting the Clean Week. I would definitely use this tool, and definitely ask your people, did Shakeology help you? Is it something you want to continue with? Because it's a powerful micronutrient that when we drink it consistently, it pays off, and it pays off, it pays off. People will be healthier and healthier and healthier, because micronutrient deficiency is one of the reasons that people hold on to weight, people have cravings, people struggle. And boom, this plugs that hole. It's one of the easiest things you can do to better your health. So we need to keep sharing that with people because they're going to be so grateful.